Hey, this is Matthew Patrick Davis. You're watching Slasher Pepper. I play the mother in Barbarian. Bum, 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 boop.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Roger?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm so glad to have you on the show.
Thank
I'm
you.
a,
My
I'm a
pleasure.
bit terrified, to be honest. I think you are at least top three material for one of the people that scared most people this year.
Yeah?
I think that's pretty safe to say, yeah.
All right.
So I was just wondering, do you have any new projects coming up that you can potentially plug?
No. I mean, I'm doing a play over Christmas, and I'm doing a musical that I wrote at a comedy theater in Los Angeles
Oh, cool.
about pun competitions, which are a real thing that exist, at least here in the States. I don't
Okay.
know. Just dorky grown-ups doing wordplay competitively. So I wrote a musical about that because that's a normal thing to do. Um, oh, I don't know. I have a kid's album of songs about dogs called I Love My Dog on the YOTO Music Player. These
Sweet.
are just I just spin many disparate plates. None of them make sense.
Oh, I mean, that keeps things interesting, doesn't it?
It does.
For real.
I was writing
Awesome.
that album while I was preparing to go play a large naked feral woman that murders people. This is a spoiler episode, right? You'll have
Yeah,
spoiler
yeah,
alerts and
yeah.
whatnot. All right.
Maybe someone is screaming at the sky with his fist up now. Why did you spoil it?
Yeah. Well, because yeah, my whole character is a spoiler, and I have
Right,
done non-spoiler interviews, and you kind of can't talk about much.
right.
So
Yeah, I was just kind of hanging out on set or something. You'll have to see for yourself in the movie.
yeah, exactly. There's a movie and it exists, and I'm in it, and the end.
Right. Now what was it like doing that movie for you?
I mean, it was wild. It was bonkers. Just every day was insane, and every day was a new crazy thing that I was like, man, how are we gonna pull this off? And then I'd be excited when we did, and or like bummed if something would go a little wrong, and then they would fix it in editing, and you wouldn't have any idea.
Awesome. Sweet. Did you see it yourself in theaters?
Yes, only 10 times.
Okay. How did
I
you like
went
the
10
reactions?
times. Yeah, it was
Really?
fun. And like, this is my first feature film. And I'm thinking if I was in any old movie, I'd probably go multiple times in the theater. But I think there was something specific about this movie because it was so fun to see with a group,
Yeah.
to hear them like scream with their mouths and then or laugh or just to ride the roller coaster with a group of people was a lot of fun. So I haven't tired of watching it. It's a good movie. Zach Kreger did a good job.
It's great. And I definitely feel like this is one of those movies you kind of is the best experience in a cinema, you know? I
Yeah,
don't always say that because I love watching movies at home too, but this
right.
going in blindly for me, not knowing anything, I was like, there's something so wrong with Bill Skarsgård's character, and then all of a sudden you pop up and I was like, what the fuck, you know?
Surprise.
For real, yeah. um And then I was wondering, are you much of a horror fan yourself? We just found out you write music about your dog, so
Right. I still have a lot of horror blind spots, and I've been trying to like fill them in, especially when I was doing this film. So when I was in Bulgaria, like Zach Kreger, the writer director, he's a very big horror fan, and one of the producers at New Regency, she was a big horror fan. So I was asking them like, what should I watch? And so that's when I watched Hereditary for the first time, or I
sweet.
watched Audition, the like Japanese film, which is like apparently a big influence for Zach on the writing of this movie. Um, so I was just in my hotel after shooting, watching these horrifying movies and being scared by myself in Bulgaria.
Awesome. That sounds like a great place to be. And then I was wondering here just some more random philosophical questions. If you ruled the world, what would it look like?
uh, you know, peace and goodwill towards men and women, and and just free stuff, and no one would work, and everyone could just have a great time,
Just a party every day.
just party all the time,
Right.
you know,
Sweet.
and everyone could have a dog, and
Oh yeah,
everyone could just hang out and enjoy nature.
that'd be great. And then I was also wondering, a bit of on a negative note, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Oh, my biggest pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve. Um, well, let's see. Right now it's the Nicole Kidman AMC pre-movie ad and in AMC's in the States. I don't know if
Okay, I
that
haven't
even
seen
makes
it, but that's
yeah,
a
but in the
funny answer
States it's going
regardless.
strong, and it's a thing that they made to like get people to come back to the cinema, and then and meanwhile she's like come back to the movies, and meanwhile she's in like an empty movie theater. She's like, come back during a pandemic, come back, it's fine, I'm in an empty theater, but you should come back in a packed theater. And then I thought it would be mercifully with us for a short period of time, but no, it seems like it's going to be here forever. And now people in at least in LA are like ironically applauding at it and stuff, and so it's giving AMC the wrong message. There we go.
That's that's a great answer. I didn't know about that, so it's
Right. It's a niche thing, I guess. It's not
yeah,
an international answer.
right. Well, luckily, probably for the better that I don't get to see it.
Yeah.
And then final question: if your life was a movie, how would you want the movie to end?
Um, you know, probably like a probably not like an indie movie, probably like a rom-com, where it's, ends with like a wedding and love and
Yeah,
happiness forever. I wouldn't want like an ambiguous or depressing ending, which is closer to life.
right.
No, I would want the fantasy.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Is there anything you would like to add to the interview?
Man, I don't know. I mean, so, you said I'm in the top three scary, people this year or
Yeah.
whatever. How does it feel like realizing that, the mother just looks like me?
Relieving.
Relieving?
Relieving, very relieving. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm glad you guys didn't have to pull. Oh shit.
You want any milk?
No, 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 thank you.
I could virtually give you some milk.
No, that's fine. That's really
There,
fine.
there's hair on it.
I got my oh my god, really? I
Yeah,
didn't see that.
they gave us this swag, and I love it. I love that they painstakingly put hair in every bottle.
I can't believe they did that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because that's actually, what I was noticing during that scene. Like, why is there hair there? Like, that makes it a million times worse.
Yeah, and that was just it just naturally stuck to my hair, and then it became about continuity. It was like how much hair was on the bottle. Let's so it was just kind of something that kind of organically happened, but it makes it way grosser.
It
Yeah,
really, really does.
yeah. And poor
Awesome.
Georgina had to just eat that hair.
Yeah. Yummy.
Yummy.
Delicious.